My earliest memory is my father hitting my mother in the face as hard as he could, and she gets knocked out. And I remember seeing her on the floor and then looking at him, this giant of a man who I thought, my God, he says he loves her. What is he gonna do to me? And all I could think, I want to protect her. I want to protect her. And how wrong it was. And I said, I gotta be strong. And I gotta get strength so that I can protect her. Man, I am so emotional simply because I have seen the light. I'm an actor. I used to play football. I'm from the hood. I'm from Flint, Michigan. And, you know, I've been a part of several different cultures that can all be toxic at one time or another, from the hood to entertainment to athletics. My earliest memory is my father hitting my mother in the face as hard as he could, and she gets knocked out. And I remember seeing her on the floor and then looking at him, this giant of a man who I thought, my God, he says he loves her. What is he gonna do to me? And all I could think, I want to protect her. I want to protect her. And how wrong it was. And I said, I gotta be strong. And I gotta get strength so that I can protect her. And every time he came home, we were scared. I would wake up to glass breaking, just sounds, people screaming. And it was a nightmare. We lived a nightmare for years. And I remember my mother coming into our room and saying, we're leaving. Pack our stuff, we're out of here. And we would grab everything we had and we put it in garbage bags. And we would tie it up and we wait to go. And then she'd come back in and she'd say, we can't go. We can't leave. Where am I gonna go? And I just remember feeling like, let's go anywhere. I don't care. We can be in the street. But she couldn't do it. And he went on, terrorizing us forever. And it was like, what could we do? You have to understand that people in this situation feel entirely hopeless. Hopeless. We were hopeless. But see, and this is so wild because I picked up so many things. I thought, I'll never be like that. I'll never do that. But then I picked up a lot of other damaging things that come from that trauma. What I was taught in my hood, in my area, is that simply because I was a man, I was more valuable than the women in my life. That was a firm belief. And here I am, I'm like, you know, I watched my mother get abused. I remember times with my daughter Azriel, and I would yell at her as if she was a 30-year-old man. And I remember these times, and I remember, I constantly apologize, constantly call them and say, I'm sorry. Daddy didn't get it. Daddy missed it. And you know, and this is the deal. We have to speak up. We have to speak up. Because as being terrorized, how are you going to get help? But the problem is that you're behind enemy lines. More than anything, I have to thank my beautiful wife, Miss Rebecca Cruz, who was my best friend, but she's also the only person I had that would really tell me the truth. And she told me, I'm done with you. She said, I'm out. I'm through. And this, I couldn't believe what was happening, because here I was, a very successful man, very successful. But what you have to realize is that success is the warmest place to hide. And I knew I had a problem, and I got help. And I wrote this book, Manhood, which basically told all of my issues, all of my stuff, and it came out in 2014. And basically my publisher abandoned the book because they thought it was ridiculous. And they said, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? They expected some really funny kind of like, a thing on athletics and entertainment. Terry Crews, you're very funny. We wanted a fun book. And I said, this is the book. This is what it is. And when it came out, it wasn't a big deal. Now it's a big deal. And when I look at what this is, when I look at this movement, the Me Too movement, this is the Emancipation Proclamation. When the whole thing is geared where you can't ask for help or you are going to lose your job. Or if you bring it up, how in the world are you going to afford an attorney in order to fight this case? Coming out with your story is probably one of the hardest things ever. It's like flying a plane from LA to New York and you've never flown a plane before. And people are like, what took you so long? It's crazy. You are literally digging tunnels with spoons trying to get out. Like my mother tried to get out. And I'm going to tell you something. She never got out. My mother died in 2015. She never escaped. First of all, this is real, y'all. And I'm here to tell you, I want to thank the people that are here. Everyone here, you get it. You get it. But you have to go out and spread the word. Find one person, find one person that can help. And I'm telling you this right now. For me, this is my calling. I'm promoting movies and TV shows and the whole thing, but I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this. Because when people understand that it does not matter what you look like, it doesn't matter. Anyone, anywhere can be victimized. And no man, woman, or child should ever put up with being treated as less than a human being, ever, ever. And I'm here to tell you, it's fixable. See, understand, this is fixable. This is something that we can be. And I'm telling you, I'm so thankful to be here today. I'm so honored. Thank you. All I can say. Thank you.